Hello friends, fourth video on nuclear, on the chapter of nucleus. What we are going to learn in this video is about nuclear forces. There are a few points about nuclear forces which you should keep in mind, and mostly from this section you can expect short answer questions. Let us start with the nuclear force. See, you have known that there are four fundamental forces in nature. What are those four forces? Gravitational force, electromagnetic force, strong force and weak force. Now the last two categories, strong force and weak force, they belong to the category of nuclear forces. Okay. The characteristics of these nuclear forces. Number one, it is the strongest force, then it is the shortest range force, then it is charge independent, there is spin dependent, then the forces are saturated forces, they are exchange forces, and they are non-central forces. Okay, too many points, becomes complicated. Let us learn each of these characteristics one by one. So as I said, it is the strongest force in nature, right? Now if we take the proportion of gravitational force, electromagnetic force and nuclear force, you can see the ratio. It is 1:36 is to 10 to the power 38. 1 is to 10 to the power 36 is to 10 to the power 38. That means nuclear force is 10 to the power 38 times stronger than gravitational force and about 100 times greater than the electromagnetic force. Okay, so this makes it the strongest force in nature. Now, its range is very small. What is the range? It is from 2 femtometers to 4 femtometers. You know what is what distance is femtometer? 10 to the power minus 15. So the maximum range of this force is 4 into 10 to the power minus 15. So small, right? Remember the range of this function, force, it's 2 femtometers to 4 femtometers, right? Coming to the next nature, that is charge independent. That means this force does not depend upon charge. Just like gravitational force. Gravitational force does not depend upon charge, it depends upon mass, right? Just like electromagnetic force, it does not depend upon mass, it depends upon charge. Nuclear force neither depends upon mass nor depends upon charge. Okay, what are the things that are living inside the nucleus? It is neutron and proton. So the force between neutron is equal to the force between two protons is equal to the force between proton and neutron, right? तो चाहे प्रोटॉन का आपस का फोर्स हो, न्यूट्रॉन का आपस का फोर्स हो, या फिर प्रोटॉन और न्यूट्रॉन के बीच में लगने वाला फोर्स हो, सबका मैग्नीट्यूड एक जैसा रहता है, राइट? लेकिन ये तो न्यूक्लियर फोर्स एक जैसा है. जब हम टोटल फोर्स की बात करें, टोटल फोर्स की, तो ये अलग हो सकता है, राइट? सपोज इफ वी टेक द टोटल फोर्स बिटवीन प्रोटॉन, then there will be nuclear attraction, but there will be electrostatic repulsion because both are positively charged, right? Now if we consider the force between a proton and a neutron, or between a neutron and a neutron, then they have only this nuclear attraction. इनमें कोई repulsive force नहीं होता. Okay, so when you talk about the total force, then the force between proton neutron or even neutron will be greater than the force between proton. All right? So the forces are charge independent. They do not depend upon the charge. Next is, you can see spins, intrinsic spins. अब देखो, ये जो spin होता है, आपको पता है electron, when it is moving in an orbit, it is having two different types of motions. What motions? The circular motion and as well as the rotational motion. ठीक है, अब जिस स्पिन की मैं बात कर रहा हूं, दिस स्पिन इज नॉट रोटेशन, ये इंट्रिंसिक स्पिन है. ठीक है ना, रोटेशन को आप एक्सट्रिंसिक स्पिन बोल सकते हो, बट दिस इज नॉट एग्जैक्टली व्हाट टू से. दिस वर्ड, द वर्ड यूज्ड ओवर हियर इज अ स्पिन, बट when I say spin of nucleons or when I say spin of electrons, that does not exactly mean the rotation, right? it has a different quantum mechanical meaning. Okay, so if two nucleons, if say two protons or two neutrons, they have the same spin, like here. This spin is also clockwise. This spin is also anti-clockwise. This is also anti-clockwise. So between them, if the spins are parallel, then the force will be comparatively strong. But the forces will be comparatively weaker if one spin is anti-clockwise, other spin is clockwise. So for similar spins, the force is comparatively strong. For opposite spins, the force is comparatively weak. Next property, it is an exchange force. Exchange क्या होता है? See, here I have taken two nucleons. कुछ भी ले सकते हो आप, proton ले सकते हो, neutron ले सकते हो. Let us take this as one proton and this as one neutron. Now they are playing tennis, right? When two players are playing tennis, they are connected in some way, because there is something that they keep on exchanging from this side to other side, from one side to the other side. They keep on exchanging a tennis ball. Here, a meson is exchanged continuously between the two nucleons. पहले यहाँ से फिर इधर, then it will come back here, then again here, then again here, then again here. They will keep on exchanging this meson. Until they keep on exchanging this meson, they exert nuclear forces on each other. If this is missed out, then the nuclear force is lost. That is why they are known as exchange forces. That means they continuously exchange mesons. Next, see, nuclear forces are non-central forces. Just like, say, in this example, the very first example, this is example of gravitational force. तो अगर आपके पास में massive bodies होती हैं, तो आप क्या करते हो? Body के center to center से line बनाते हो, और the distance between, जब distance measure करना होता है gravitational force में, how do you measure it? By taking the distance from center to center. In the same way, in the second case, which is the case of electrostatics, here also the distance is measured from center to center. But in the third case, which is of nuclear forces, these are not exerted from center to center, they are from surface to surface. ये forces लगते हैं surface to surface के बीच में. So they are non-central forces. Okay, next property. Next property is that the forces are saturated forces. अब ये saturated का मतलब क्या होता है? You understand, saturated मतलब पूरा भरा हुआ. See, here I have drawn some nucleons. Some nucleons are shaded black and some nucleons are shaded blue. Now, what is the saturation effect? Consider this particular nucleon. इस nucleon को consider करो. तो इसके just जो first door neighbors हैं, the first door neighbors, उनको mark कर लेते हैं. This one, this one, this one, and these. Okay, so this particular nucleon is going to exert force, nuclear force, on its first door neighbors only, right? इस वाले nucleon पे, क्योंकि ये इसका first door neighbor नहीं है, तो there will be no nuclear force between them. क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ तक पहुँचते पहुँचते nuclear force की range ही खत्म हो जाती है. All right? So saturated force means that the forces will act only on the first door neighbors. Now this is something very interesting. This graph is of potential energy versus distance. ठीक है, दो न्यूक्लियॉन्स लिए, अब उन दो न्यूक्लियॉन्स का जो है आपने मेजर करना है क्या? Potential energy and distance. Distance is given in femtometers, while the potential energy or energy is measured in million electron volts. As you can see, the potential energy is minimum at a certain point. So at this point, the nuclear attraction is maximum, right? See, whenever potential energy becomes positive, the force will be repulsive. ठीक है, जब potential energy negative रहेगी, तो force attractive रहेगा. Okay, so 1 meter से थोड़े कम distance पर, 1 meter से थोड़े कम distance पर potential energy minimum होती है, and at that time the power, the magnitude of nuclear force will be maximum. As you move टूवर्ड्स दिस साइड, ठीक है ना, तो यहां मूव करते करते क्या होता है, एनर्जी बिकम्स पॉजिटिव, एनर्जी पॉजिटिव हो जाती है, क्लियर. So the forces become repulsive. But if you moved on this side, then see, the nuclear forces again start to decrease. Potential energy positive धीमे धीमे होती जा रही है. That means the nuclear forces are losing their strength. And at a distance of 4 femtometers, at a distance of about 4 femtometers, the potential energy becomes exactly zero. That means there is no force. All right. So this graph, it makes you, it gives you a clear understanding of when the forces will be positive and when the forces. So these were the nature of forces I tried to explain in nuclear forces, and from this you can expect short questions. All the very best.